Let's go! Here's a reveal teaser of my...
Dude. That is nice. That's a lot nicer than what I was expecting.
Yeah,
I
nice.
would not, that looks just like... So he's putting it down inside there.
Boom.
Huh.
All right, that is kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
That is pretty sick.
Very
That's
nice.
really cool.
GIJoel Gaming's his Switch 2 cabinet, it was beautiful.
It
Like,
really
you saw-
was.
Yeah, the red pops.
Just, I didn't think I would like it that much because I'm not into anything that's more recent. I'm like a nostalgia guy, but man, that thing was gorgeous.
It was a fun build. You know, kind of looking at trying to make like a nod to retro modern kiosk type thing.
Yes, sir.
That would be something that you'd think you'd see as a display piece in a GameStop or Walmart or Target or whatever.
I saw your short, man. And if you did, what do you think of my design? I'm going to start calling you the candy. I do love the candy caps. Yes, your Nintendo Switch 2 theme was very good. I saw you got a lot of hits on that so far, man. Congratulations. That's a good looking cabin, a good looking video. So that's going to be awesome for you. Remember, especially with that sick ass cabinet. That looks really good.
Is real. What do you think of my Nintendo Switch 2 arcade kiosk, brother? He's talking, of course, he got the GIJoel Build-A-Cade and went with a Nintendo Switch 2 theme, which is pretty damn cool. It's pretty cool. Check out that short. When are you going to post the full video on it? Because it is smoking. And he's almost done editing, so stick around or stay tuned for GIJoel Gaming's video on his Build-A-Cade because it's pretty unique. I don't think anybody could have guessed that one would get built right out of the gate, so that's pretty awesome.
Should be proud of that, GIJoel Gaming. Dude, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's $1 million idea right there. Like, Nintendo should be doing that. I would literally not change a thing on that. Like, I would want that exactly how you did it. You kept it simple. You didn't start throwing Mario and coins and stuff on it. You just kept it that simple red. And I'm telling you, man, 10 out of 10 on that. I don't even know why, like, you would have had any concern that people would have, like, had something to say about that. If anybody doesn't like that cabinet, they're out of their freaking minds.
Welcome back, my real gamers, and the time has come to unbox the GIJoel Nintendo Cab. Yeah! Alright, now that we have the box entirely revealed with all the tape cut and removed, we're gonna lightly open the box and reveal what's inside. Yeah! Come follow me. Let's see what this is together. You're gonna see beauty. And there it is. It kind of gives it away. Oh, wow. The packaging, GIJoel. You did an amazing job. Let me go ahead and remove all these real quick so I can pull one of these panels out. Try to keep it nice and quick for you guys. All right. Let's go ahead and start pulling all these panels out. Oh, the side is in 2 pieces. Oh, wow. 4 pieces, actually. This is actually the whole side of the cabinet. We're going to go ahead and pick it up. Set it aside over here on the floor. Nice and gently. You don't want to ruin anything. Get it out the way. We'll get back to this later. Here's everything laid out on the ground and ready for us to start taking all the saran wrap off of everything. Nice and neat. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start taking all the wrap off all the items, and then we're going to refer to the instructions that G.I. Joel Gaming himself give you in the package. So he gives you a printout, step-by-step instructions on how to build everything and where everything goes. So don't worry, and chances are if you need any more help with this, you can email G.I. Joe himself with any order that you go through his website. You should be able to speak to him, and he'll get you all set up and correct. Yeah! Alright, let's start unwrapping all this saran wrap. Beautiful. This cab is gonna look amazing. Look at that. Nuts. The Nintendo Switch Arcade Kiosk. That's what I'm talking about. We're back. We need to get this started with the power supply. We're going to go ahead and let my wife, that's also helping me with this build, she's going to be narrating and telling you guys step by step what we're going to be doing and the whole entire process. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. Take over.
Okay. As you can see, we've already got everything unwrapped and placed out. So the first thing we're going to be doing is attaching the power supply strip to side panel 1. And then attaching the pass-through outlet port to center panel 1. So we're going to get that done real quick, and we'll be right back.
Alright, after we got the power strip on, that's what it should look like when it's attached on with all 4 screws. And then we're going to be moving on to doing outlet port. Thank you, honey. Look at that. One more time, we're going to zoom in. Look at that beautiful signed cab by GIJoel Gaming. Shout out. Appreciate it, brother. Let's go ahead and continue. Alright, after screwing in the power source on the back, nice and secured, this is how it should look. Okay. There you go. Let's go ahead and check out Alpha Wave cab number A2. Second cab. Yeah! Shout out GIJoel Gaming.
Okay, guys. Now we're going to take the cam posts, and you're going to get your side panels 1 and 2. We're going to attach the cam post on each of the side panels into the small holes. Once you get your cam posts in, you're going to need all your little pieces. You're going to place each center panel into place over the cam locks, or over the cam lock posts. Each center panel is marked with a letter and a number. So you're going to want to match up each letter and number with the corresponding locations on the side panels. So as you can see, D2, E2, C2, and then each piece is also marked D1, D2, H2, all that. So the 2s go on the 2 side, and the 1s will be going on the 1 side. Let's get that together real quick. Okay, while you are putting your pieces on, always make sure that your lettering on each piece is facing the inside, not the outside. You got it facing the outside, you're going to end up messing up and have to redo it. Okay, guys, once you got all your pieces, it should look something like this. Now we're going to insert the cam locks into the holes that have cam lock posts in them. When you use a screwdriver, make sure you turn the cam locks to lock them down into the cam lock posts. Okay, and get that done real quick. Once you have all your cam locks in place and secured, you will now be attaching the monitor bezel frame and the marquee. So you're going to want to place the marquee bezel frame. You want to put that in place first and screw in the white corner brackets. Then you're going to slide the marquee into place. I'm about to slide in the marquee into place. Alright. And once you do that and you have your monitor in place and secured, we will be attaching side panel 1. Now that we have side panel 2 on, we set it up right, and this is how it should look.
This is the bar top form, is what G.I. Joe calls it. You can get this cab and have it in 2 different forms. You can have it full cabinet, or you can have it just like this with all the other attachments on, controller deck, monitor, etc., marquee, and you can have it on a bar top setting. So either way, this cabinet is pretty beautiful looking, and I can't wait to complete it. Yeah!
Now that we have that set up, we got the pieces. There's another piece off to the side. We're going to assemble the base. It's a quick view real quick. Make sure your D1s match up with your D1s and so forth. Don't forget, you need to add your cams where they need to go. If not, it's going to fall apart. Very important.
And one more quick mention, my real gamers, as she was explaining that we're going to go ahead and put the cams on the side panel. We're going to go ahead and put all the remainder cams on the rest of the panels and everything we need to. That way it's a lot faster process for everyone. Shout out to Nerdmaster Lounge for the video today, informing me on how quicker the process is being that you put all the cams on. Yeah, let's continue.
Once you have your build together, it should look something like this. Once you put your cam posts, panel 1, it's time to put it together and put your cam locks in. Okay, guys. Once you put your kick plate in, the assembly is done. Should look something like that. Now we have one final piece to put together, and that's the pedestal. And then we could put the whole thing together.
Go ahead and get a close-up on that Nintendo Switch wall mount that we got on the kick plate for the coin door. That is pretty awesome. There's going to be a shout out at the end of the video telling you where you can get this and the decals as well. I'll see you in a bit, my real gamers, and shout out to my wife for the amazing commentary that she's doing for this video. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm pretty sure GIJoel Gaming will appreciate it too. Yeah! Let's go ahead and continue.
Yeah. Alright, now it's time to connect the top piece and the bottom piece, and once that's done, we can attach the pedestal. Now it's time to assemble the pedestal, and you're basically going to assemble it the same way that you did the base over here. Now that your pedestal is built and completed, you want to attach it to the base of the cabinet. Now, it's important to remember the 4 black Allen bolts will not ever tighten down fully. They only need to be screwed down finger tight just to keep the pedestal aligned and attached to the cabinet while mounting it.
Alright, my real gamers, we are at the final stretch. We're going to go ahead and put the base on the cabinet, and then we're going to top it off and give it the last confetti splash. And that's with the custom GIJoel Nintendo Switch deck that's made for this beautiful cabinet. Ja! That's the big reveal as well. Can't wait to show you guys.
There it is. Top to bottom. The Nintendo Switch 2 custom made cabinet.
GIJoel is the man. Now all we gotta do now is open up the custom Nintendo Switch Intech Gaming controller deck, also by GIJoel Gaming. And we're gonna go ahead and finish this mod. We're getting that Intech Gaming out the box, and we're gonna show you what it looks like on the controller panel. Yeah! Check this out. Custom, one of a kind, Nintendo Switch Intech gaming deck, modified for this Nintendo Switch 2 arcade kiosk. Let's go ahead and take a nice little pan and zoom on the detail as he modified this to look exactly like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the machine and add the ball tops that came with it and the dust cover. About done, we're gonna go ahead and connect all the connections together and add the Nintendo Switch and all the connections to that. And then we're gonna test out a few games and let you know the final outcome. Stay tuned, my real gamers. Yeah! So it looks like it just lays right in it. So yeah, it just lays right up in there. Alright. Go ahead and add the connections real quick. Down this way, looking like. There's one. To the left. Pretty easy. There's two. Now we need the ribbon cable. Alright, now we got the ribbon cable. And we're gonna go ahead and add it to the deck as well on this side. Let's go ahead and grab it so we don't lose it. Mind the wires. Be careful where all these connections are. And we're gonna add the ribbon. May have to turn it. We'll find out right now. And that's the connection. And there you have it. We are finally connected. If you want to add any light up marquees, custom buttons or anything else that you want to plug up to the cabinet, now is the time that you will be doing that, as this is where all your power and plug USB connections are, under the controller deck. Hence the reason why all the wires are free and there's no bottom controller cover. All right, everything's all set. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and connect the Nintendo Switch and all the power settings and all the connections, and then we're gonna show you the outcome. Yeah! And it's completed, my real gamers. Shout out to GIJoel Gaming for this beautiful, amazing cabinet. We're gonna go ahead and let my wife conclude the video and give her shout outs to the community, GIJoel Gaming himself. And she's gonna show off a few features and looks of the cabinet to close the video. And then I'm gonna come back in and talk about the cabinet and all its features. Yeah!
Hey guys, Wicked 502 here. Yeah, big shout out to GIJoel Gaming. He made my husband's vision come to life. He pretty much nailed it, exactly what he wanted. So, thank you so much. There's the switch. Very beautiful. This was very fun to put together and work with my husband on. It was also very easy. Very simple instructions. Didn't really take all that much time. Okay. And I know a lot of you in chat, when it was revealed on Nostalgia Strikes Back, wanted to see a close-up of the deck, so...
Which was modeled after the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons themselves and the Nintendo Switch Pro controller mixed together. Yeah!
Very detailed. Looks very nice. I love how both of the controllers are different color, like on the Switch itself. You got the blue and the orange, and the blue and the orange.
Very accurate.
A little peek at all the Nintendo games. We're gonna have so much fun playing on this. It's gonna be ridiculous. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright guys, there it is. So I'm gonna give it back to the hubs and let him show you some features on it as well as some gameplay. It's been fun doing this video with him. Maybe I'll do some more in the future with him. Till then, catch y'all later. Keep it real. Keep playing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, my real gamers. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the features of this cabinet now. Let's go ahead and talk about the main feature on why I wanted to do this and my vision when I was thinking of this cabinet. I wanted to have my arcades on the go and when I get home. So the whole purpose of this was to instantly going from playing on handheld to playing on your arcade. Let's go ahead and turn the machine on, and then we're going to go ahead and pop the console in there. You're going to see that instantly it pops up right up on your screen, ready to play instantly. All right? Yeah, let's go. And he gives you a switch. He gives you a power switcher right here that has a couple of USB ports to light up marquees or any light bars or any other attachments or even speakers that you want to add to this arcade unit. The console's on right now. You can see the no signal screen. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Donkey Kong, my Nintendo Switch 2, and pop it right in. All right, and there you have it, my real gamers. Instant gameplay. Donkey Kong, the original arcade, NES style. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you how fast it is to take it out and go back to playing handheld. And there you have it. We are back to handheld. Simple and quick as that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this right back in there. And we're going to go ahead and talk about some more features of the cabinet that we had in mind for this build. All right, go ahead and come closer to me. Now, GIJoel Gaming added a dimmer switch to your marquee. Right now, it's lightly lit because if it was fully lit on camera, it would be washed out. Same thing with the 3D print on the bottom. It's a LED light. If I had this on, it would be washed out in the video. So we let it unlit so you can see what it actually looks like. All right. Now we're going to do the last thing for this video. And I'm going to show you how versatile this arcade kiosk really is. Where you could go from playing shoot 'em titles to racing titles to platformers and beat 'em ups and fighters. This cabinet does everything. Shout out again to GIJoel Gaming for the amazing work. I see a lot of big things coming for you in the future, my friend. And I'm so happy to be a part of that. And everything that we got going on with this. Amazing stuff, man. I'm telling you, the future is bright for GIJoel. He's an amazing builder. And I'm pretty sure that when he drops Robotron and other cabinets, people are going to go crazy. Shout out to Stock Jock for informing me how beautiful this cabinet was going to be when he received it and how well built this is. This thing, as in Stock Jock's words, it's built like a tank. This thing is solid. Look at this. I'm knocking on the wood right now. This is no typical arcade one-up or basic fun. This thing is built sturdy and strong. All right. Another feature of this cabinet is the bottom base, all the way to the bottom. He has a pretty much floating arcade unit, like the original 1980s Nintendo arcade cabinets. They used to have a bottom base that makes the cabinet float. Pretty amazing. All right, now let's get some gameplay of different games on here. Let's get some. Yeah! Yeah. Who needs time crisis, huh? When you got all this fun stuff going on in here. Yeah! This Nintendo Switch 2 arcade kiosk can do everything. Mario Kart on an arcade. Yeah! From shooters. X-Men vs. Street Fighters. Yeah! To fighters. Let's go, bub. To beat 'em ups. Get some of that. To 3D platformers. To original arcades themselves. Yeah! Before we continue the battle, I'm going to go ahead and show off a little bit of this 3D printed topper with the Nintendo Switch on here, displaying the Marvel Cosmic Invasion gameplay while I actually play the game on the other screen. It's so awesome. You could have a still image on there for like a marquee setting, or you could have a running video. It's amazing stuff. I hope you like it. I love it. Let's go ahead and continue playing this game, and let's get cracking, my real gamers. Yeah! Alright, we're going to do a new feature on the Nintendo Switch 2 called Game Share. You can only do it on the Nintendo Switch 2 consoles. You cannot do it on the Nintendo Switch 1. The only thing you can do on the Nintendo Switch 1 is join the game session. So I'm on the Nintendo Switch 2, and Marvel's Cosmic Invasion just released, and it has a game share feature. I forgot to mention one more of my modifications that I did to this cabinet. I added a topper, as you will, to the top of the cabinet. It's also modeled and themed red and white after the Nintendo Switch arcade kiosk. So with this is another Nintendo Switch screen where you can watch YouTube videos or play other games simultaneously with both consoles or by themselves. Alright? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to join the Nintendo Switch 2 game session from the Nintendo Switch. And we're going to let you guys check it out firsthand. Yeah! So I'm going to go ahead and start the game session. I'm waiting for other user. Let me go ahead and grab a remote. And like I said, this is only for player 3 and 4. You know, player 2, 1 and 2 are right here on the controller deck. So up to 4 players. And I'm going to go ahead and go to join game session right here. Press on it. Who's using the game session? Join game session. I'm looking for it. And there you have it. It's connecting right now via Wi-Fi. And then you start the session. And it should be on both screens. Now, when I move player 1, because everything's controlled by player 1, you're going to be able to see the menu moving and selecting on both screens. That indicates and shows that everything's in sync. Let's go ahead and play an arcade real quick. Pick our characters. Let me go ahead and make sure player 2's in there. I'm going to go with Cat. Wolverine. The other players are going to go with Spider-Man. And let's go ahead and go with Iron Man. Alright. Everybody's ready. Ready. Both screens. Right now I don't have a second player as my wife's busy doing holiday shopping. Christmas is coming soon. My daughter's at work. So I'm showing you this feature by myself. But I wanted to show you hand in hand on that it works on both screens with the same game. All right. Let me put this down real quick. Right here, the controller. That way you can see Cap right there, you know, doing his thing. Alright, let's go to Spider-Man. I have to grab the controller for this. There you go. Spider-Man's moving up. Look at the top screen if you want. Or you can look at the bottom. It don't really matter. You only would need this feature if you had more than 2 players. You know, obviously it suits everybody. You could play handheld or, you know, back to Cat. See, everybody's moving and playing, moving and playing. By any chance, if there is people that come over that want to check it out and play these types of games, you're more than welcome to. Hey, you can bring your own Nintendo Switch. don't even have the game or own it. And I'll send you an invite to join mine. Yeah! Thank you for tuning in for this Nintendo Switch 2 arcade kiosk build by GIJoel Gaming and myself. We're going to go ahead and continue playing our games. And I'll catch you in the next video, my real gamers. Remember to keep it real and keep playing. I'll see you on Nostalgia Strikes Back next week. Yeah! Later. Let's go!